Hello, greetings, truth seekers, Shias, ex-Shias, ex-Muslims, Sunnis, whoever wants to listen to me, welcome, interested in this. I hope you will not hold this against me. So, my last video was on, how shall I say this? See, I have this impediment. So, I was looking for Rob Christian's the ayat he had mentioned, which says that this is he was saying that we have to. It's about praising Rasulullah. That really doesn't go against Shia Islam because I thought of it now. So I was looking for that ayat, and I found in Surah Fath this ayat. So I found it. And then I started to read the ayats. When I saw something about the Bedouins who didn't want to fight, or actually from the Sunni Shia sources, they didn't want to go to Makkah because from Medina they thought that they would be attacked by the Shia sources. So I found that out recently, reading about it in the commentary section, multilingual Quran. So they thought that these families, the Muslim Mu'mineen, would not come back with the Rasulullah, that the Makkans would attack and all this. So I spoke in length about it when I saw that maybe it is unfair. So I showed that for you to think. And I haven't been able to properly express myself on that. Now back to Rob Christian saying that this is shirk, praising Prophet Muhammad, even though the ayat could say that praise him morning and evening, sorry. But in our Shia Islam, we look at this ayat, right? Whatever you worship other than him are nothing but names you have coined, you and your fathers. Allah has sent down no authority. So I was searching for this ayat. One is in Surah Yusuf. I think the ayat number is 40. So this is from Google search. Now I haven't gone inside the surah. Surah Yusuf, sorry, this is not focused. It's focused. Another one is verse, it's just like this, verse 20, and then in brackets 2271. Excuse me, Sahih International. And they worship besides Allah that for which He had not sent down authority. That for which He has not sent down authority, and that of which they have no knowledge. And there will ... So this is the same from Surah Yusuf. So we'll go to this one. Actually, in Shia Islam, you can praise Prophet Muhammad, and it is part of our worship to obey him and praise him and send salutations worthy, deserving, as Allah has told us on him. And he's the mercy of Allah, and Allah praises him, so we have to praise him too. Shias. And they worship besides Allah that for which He has not sent down authority, and that of which they have no knowledge. and there will not be for the wrongdoers any helper. So this is again chapter 22, Surah Hajj. It's not for, sorry, so you'll have to bear with this kind of a thing with me. Sorry about this. Chapter 22, ayat number 71. Okay, so then what happened is now this is I hope haven't expressed myself properly, but the Shias do praise Prophet Muhammad, and he's put on a very high pedestal as according to what Allah wanted him, where Allah has put him. So that's where we put the Shias, and I was a Shia, so I know that's where we put him. Some say that they take that hadith of Abu Bakr, and then they perhaps go against Shias, that hadith that if you worship Muhammad, then know that he is dead. So some very strict Orthodox Muslims would not worship Muhammad. Although he is put in that where we can worship him, it's obedience to him is worship to Allah. And disobedience to him is disobedience to Allah, meaning obedience to him is obedience to Allah, the messenger, obedience. Okay, so I hope you understand, like Shias, it's nothing against what Rob Christian said was, like, it's not shirk. If we even praise the praised one, or the praiseworthy, the one who praised Allah in the light form and all this. And even you can find Quran ayats where, if we assist him, it's equal to assisting Allah. We obey him, it is equal to obeying Allah. And we praise him is equal to praising Allah. In Surah Fath ayat. So, hopefully, I hope I've tried to clarify this. Right, so here, this doesn't mean that in this the Shias are defeated by this. Like I couldn't explain in my previous video, uploaded on YouTube and on Facebook. Can neither benefit nor harm while you fear not that you have joined in worship with Allah things for which He has not sent down to you any authority. Again, it's Surah Anam, chapter 6, verse 81. Verse 81. So you can have, so which of the two parties has more right to security, if you should know? And how should I fear what you associate, while you do not fear that you have associated with Allah that for which He has not sent down to you any authority. So people have, even some Muslims have have understood this. Properly, and then they blame the Shias that they worship Prophet Muhammad Rasulullah. So, okay, hope I've clarified a little bit more than the previous video. In the previous video I did. The other thing was that when I was searching, I found the Surah Fath ayat on fighting and the Bedouins remaining, or when they were not fighting but going with the Muslims and with Rasulullah to Makkah from Medina, since he got clear victory and the keys of the Kaaba were given to him and they were allowed or something to come and now make this the house of Allah by Abu Sufyan and the Umayyad leaders of that time. So they peacefully, we were told, came and conquered Makkah. So I found these verses which, speak against the Bedouins, and I compared them with the Battle of Tabuk, where Imam Ali was asked to stay behind. And since I haven't clarified myself properly, I want to give you more, express myself. I have failed to express myself. So I'm going to the multilingual Quran. Yes, so I was doing my research to see the other side, try to find the Umayyad side, like why did Abu Bakr say this, although the Sunnis take him as their first caliph, Rashidun, rightly guided. We don't, the Shias don't. So I'm an ex-Shia, but for the sake of simplicity, I'll just be saying we don't, the Shia. Now, so I was searching. I couldn't find that thing which would satisfy my heart that he is a true prophet. Looking at the Imams that he's left his progeny to us for the guidance. Even in that we have a great schism between Ismailis and the 12 Shias. So searching like that until I came to this, that I could not take him as a true prophet. So I wanted to see then I was listening to the Sunni Hadith side on, it was quite informative and all this. Then I started to really ponder over, taking what the Shia say about Abu Bakr, that why he didn't embrace Islam, he was a hypocrite and all. And greedy for political gains. They were just waiting for this Prophet Muhammad to die so they could take over and rule the people, Muslims. Greedy for power and all. So, although here, look, Aka Mehdi Puya says, those to whose hearts the bounty of Sakina, tranquility sent down, never deviate. No, not this one. Manifest distinction on account of which a true believer can be. No, not this one. Sorry, where does he say here? In Surah Fath, his commentary, explanation. Honor him, help him, and celebrate, revere him, honor him, and glorify Allah. Those who believe in the holy. So, the greedy people, he says, that wanted the bounty. It must be that when the Holy Prophet started from Medina on the journey to Makkah, he asked all the Muslims to join him in the pious act of performing Umrah, and he had a good response, but some stayed back and made excuses. They wanted to save their skins from the possible attack by the Makkans. No power on earth or in the heavens can intervene if Allah intends to give any people loss or profit. Okay, this is not about the greediness, but they wanted to hear the ayat again. 11 in Surah Fath, 48. Those of ayat 11, those of the dwellers of the desert who were left behind will say to you, our property and our families kept us busy. So ask forgiveness for us. They say with their tongues what is not in their hearts. Say then, who can control anything for you from Allah if He intends to do you harm, or if He intends to do you good? Nay, Allah is aware of what you do. So their hearts' true intentions were revealed. They were just saying, they just didn't want to, they were scared to go to Makkah with the Prophet, Holy Prophet. From Medina go to Makkah. Because they feared that these Makkans would attack them and defeat them. Possibly, yeah, fearing. Nope, okay. And they were just saying, ask forgiveness, we don't want to go. And then we are told here, nay, you rather thought that the messenger and the believers would not return to their families ever, and that was made fair seeming to your hearts. And you thought an evil thought. And you were people doomed to perish. This is, verse 12 that I've read. Verse 13, and whoever does not believe in Allah and His messenger, then surely we have prepared burning fire for the unbelievers. And whoever does not believe in Allah and His messenger, then surely we have prepared burning fire for the unbelievers. Blazing fire. Another translation. So I'm reading Shakir and Yusuf Ali translation, just mixing them up. Shakir says burning fire, Yusuf Ali says blazing fire. And here it will come. Verse 14, what I'm looking for, the commentary. I hope it comes. Where is it? 14. Verse 14. And Allah's is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and He forgives whom He pleases, punishes whom He loves. Those who are left behind will say, when you set forth for the gaining of accusations, Allah, allow us that we may follow you. So now, soon after his return from Hudaybiyah, commentary I'm reading, the Holy Prophet decided to proceed against the Jews of Khaybar and declared that he would take with him only those who had accompanied him to Hudaybiyah, because those who stayed behind at the time of going on that journey and now desired to be there when booty could be available were debarred from joining the jihad. Jihad is not for personal gain or booty. Jihad is striving hard in war and peace in the cause of Allah. So this is Ali commentary saying that jihad is desired to be where when booty could be available, were debarred from joining. Okay. Jihad is not for personal gain or booty. No. But later on in the ayats we are told that personal booty will come and you will get abundant booty. So this is a gift from Allah, something like that. I'll read the ayats, but I was just reading this commentary. Before I forget, going up again, like God here tells us in the ayat that my eyes are falling on something, a comprehensive promise of help. It is sent down tranquility. That we have to fight against the polytheists, punish, no, not fight, but now punish the hypocrites and the polytheists. Follow. Which ayat is this? I keep forgetting. So you see here, fighting tranquility in the hearts of the believers, that he may cause the believing men and the believing women to enter gardens beneath which rivers flow, to abide therein, and remove from them their evil, and that is a grand achievement with Allah. Verse 5. Verse 6 is, and that he may punish the hypocritical men and the hypocritical women, and the polytheistic men and the polytheistic women, the entertainers of evil thoughts about Allah. So this is like punishing them. Okay, forget the hypocrites. We have now women, and that he may punish the hypocritical men and the hypocritical women. Hypocrites are terrible, okay, I admit. But, and the polytheistic men and the polytheistic women, punish them also. This is verse 6 of Surah 48 of the Quran. The entertainers of evil thoughts about Allah. So you can't even entertain any kind of evil thought about Allah, like a lie. On them is the evil turn, like polytheists. You know what a polytheist? Idolaters or polytheists who ascribe partners to Allah. That is an evil thought about Allah. On them is the evil turn, and Allah is wroth with them and has cursed. There's a curse on them, and has cursed them and prepared hell for them. And evil is the resort. Destination is also evil. That's their last resort. Evil. So now there's punishment for the polytheists and the polytheistic women, men and women, entertainers of evil. Okay, what else have they done? Trying to stop the messenger of Allah, oppose him. No, this ayat is just, and that the previous one is, the believers will get gardens, tranquility, and their evil will be removed from them, things like that, right? And but these, forget hypocrites for now here. Just forget the hypocrites first mentioned here. Just remember the polytheistic women and men, men and women, they will be and that he may punish the hypocritical men and the hypocritical women. So there's no greater evil. I'm reading the commentary. The wrath of Allah will encircle the doubters. This part, okay, Allah will punish them, that he may cause to enter, abide in universe. So God knows if God is going to punish them here, or Rasulullah will take upon himself also to punish them. Refer to the forces at the command of Allah mentioned in the commentary of verse 4, in addition to the visible forces in the physical world with which Allah works out His plan. These invisible forces played a decisive part at Hudaybiyah. Those who believed in Allah and His Prophet were certain of the victory of Islam in the end, as a result of the Treaty of Hudaybiyah. But the doubters could not see the inevitable because they were not sure of Allah's power and wisdom. This is a commentary under verse 7 of Surah 48. Surely we have sent you as a witness and a bearer of good news and as a warner. Anyway, so this, maybe, I don't know. I have to now read and really try to look for any sign I could see from the Umayyads and these Bedouins where this prophet was harming them, hyping them up and giving them like booties and spoils of the war. See, promises, and could have, it's like a cult that's why these Bedouins refused to go with Prophet Muhammad and the Muslims with him to Makkah from Medina. So you can see that here the commentary says that no, booty, it's not meant for, jihad is not for the booty or anything. But then we are told, that no, in this verse, those who are left behind will say, you set forth for the gaining of acquisitions or take booty in war march. Permit us to follow you. Now that they have got the booty, say to those of the dwellers of the desert who were left behind, you shall soon be invited to fight against a people possessing mighty prowess. You will fight against them until they submit. Then if you obey, Allah will grant you a good reward. And if you turn back as you turned back before, meaning you didn't join Rasulullah and his Muslims, moments, believers at that time, He will punish you with a painful punishment. So there's fear cast, threats coming. There is no harm. Okay, that was verse 16. Aka Puya says, this is a commentary. So wait, first Ali commentary. It is said here that those who stayed behind at the time of journey to Hudaybiyah, where there was danger and no prospect of booty, would soon be summoned to fight against ferocious fighters. Now who are they? Who are these ferocious fighters? So punishment in this world too for them. A prophet has prophesied for these Bedouins that since you didn't join us there, you were scared, your cowardness and all this, now there will come someone who will, fight with you ferociously. Given to vehement war. So you were like sheepish, you stayed back, and then you were not brave, you were not bold, courageous. Now that God will test you and show you your weakness will be tested to the core. You will have to fight a very terrible army. People given to vehement war. Verse 16. This is how they are threatened. Prophet Muhammad has prophesied. Say to Allah has told Prophet Muhammad, prophecy for them, Bedouins, or these, yes, say to those of the dwellers of the desert who were left behind, you shall soon be invited, in brackets, to fight, close bracket, against a people possessing mighty prowess. Mighty. Oh, pagan Arabs are going to come after them. Jews are going to come after them. Christians, who we were told, the Shias from the Sunni Shia sources, Mubayla, they always sat and they never fought Prophet Muhammad. Making very peaceful way of discussions, having peaceful discussions. But also they were, the curse was put on them, liars. But then they could pay jizya. So we were told Christians were better than Jews and the idolaters, idol worshippers. So, excuse me. Oh my goodness. So this, that since you remained behind, again, Yusuf Ali translation. Verse 16. Say to the desert Arabs who lagged behind, you shall be summoned to fight against a people given to vehement war. Then shall you fight. Or, oh my goodness, or they shall submit. Then if you show obedience, Allah will grant you a goodly reward. But if you turn back as you did, there's more coming, like I've read already. You must remember, if you've heard my video just today, a while back, I've uploaded on YouTube. On this Surah Fath 48, there is no harm in the blind, nor is there any harm in the lame, nor is there any harm in the sick, if you do not go forth. And whoever obeys Allah and His Messenger, He will cause him to enter gardens, beneath which rivers flow, and whoever turns back, He will punish him with a painful punishment. He will cause him. Okay, so this is obeying. 18, verse 18. Certainly Allah was well pleased with the believers when they swore allegiance to you. heart, so he sent down tranquility and rewarded them with the near victory. And many accusations, verse 19, many accusations which they will take, and Allah is mighty wise. What is the, so jihad is not for, did you hear me reading the commentary section in the commentary section here? Jihad is not for gain, booty in the sight. And many accusations and many gains, Yusuf Ali, verse 19. And many gains will they acquire besides, and Allah is exalted in power, full of wisdom. Verse 20. Allah promised you many, again, verse 20 continued. Allah promised you many acquisitions, which you will take. Then he hastened on this one for you, and held back the hands of men from you, and that it may be a sign for the believers, and that he may guide you on a right path. Promise, commentary under verse 20, Shia sources. This is promise of many gains refers to the conquest of Khaybar and fall of Makkah. He has restrained the hands of people from you refers to a sign for believers is the valor of Ali he demonstrated in the battle of Khaybar. The Jews of Khaybar began a fresh campaign to launch an attack against the Holy Prophet and his followers. Okay, and many gains. This is important. How many verses? 2 verses here. Allah's good pleasure was on the believers. And where did they prove that there were believers? Jihad is not for gains. No. But still they will get many gains. 2 verses on many gains. Worldly. Not even a promise in the year after. No blame is there on the blind or certainly, well, please, where is it? Jihad. Holy Prophet's call to jihad will get the spiritual rewards of the hereafter, and those who turn back, desert and abandon the Holy Prophet will be punished. The blind, maimed, and this is a commentary of under verse 17. And I'm looking for this. I want to repeat. I want to show you. Here it is, under commentary under 15. Jihad is not for personal gain or booty. This is a Shia commentary. Under verse, sorry, it doesn't sharply, now it has. Jihad is striving hard in war and peace in the cause of Allah. Journey, now desire to be there when booty could be available, were debarred from joining the jihad. Jihad is not for personal gain or booty. What? Jihad is not for, this is our Shia missing out on this verse. Saying here in the commentary, jihad is not for personal gain or for booty. What does verse 19 say? And many gains will they acquire besides, and Allah is exalted and powerful of wisdom. Verse 20 again repeats, Allah has promised you many gains that you shall acquire. What? Allah promised you many acquisitions. Shakir translation. Which you will take. From here, Yani. Here. From the jihad. What is this? Promise of many gains refers to the conquest of Khaybar and fall of Makkah. Promise of many gains to whom? Personal gains from the booty of war, spoils of war, right? Battle. See? Gains refers to the conquest from the battle. 2 ayats already on this. Personal gain from booties and many acquisitions which they will take. Allah promised you many acquisitions. These are 2 translations of one verse, different translators, and this is again verse 20. Sorry, just verse 20 again, right? So Shias, I'm not saying that the Sunnis are right or any Muslim is better than you, or no, I'm just saying that Shias, we are also not right. See, we have missed out, so I have to do my hard work here and show you, and I'm going to get, it's painful, very painful. I'm not saying that Shias are wrong and that the Sunni Muslims, Wahhabis or Barelvis or any Sunni Muslim or Muslim is right, or the Quran is enough once. No. I'm saying that this whole thing, I'm looking at it and we have contradictions. From the Shia side too. Can you believe what I'm reading and saying? So considering all that, all this, we go back to the Bedouins, see that perhaps they were, what? Innocent beings who didn't want to go with Rasulullah to Makkah because just maybe they saw Rasulullah killing the Jews, what we've heard from the Sunni hadiths about the Bani Qurayza, the Bani Nadir, these tribes, the way Rasulullah killed them, attacked them, put the blame on them that they broke the treaty of Hudaybiyah and all this. The Jews, the Hudaybiyah was with the Makkans or with the Jews, whichever treaties of peace they broke. That's why Prophet Muhammad fought against them, not personally, but he was always in the background and letting the moments fight. So, you know what I mean? Evil must. 2 bounties more accusation, more booty, more gain that you will take now from here, not in the year after. And then what is the commentary here? That no, jihad does not mean that you take anything personal gain or booty. Where are we, Shias? We are also not right. We have made a mistake here. This doesn't mean, again I'm repeating, please don't kill. The Shias are, I think, are the better ones, better than other Muslims. Best, I thought. We are the best. We were the best. Now I have to say alvida to this religion. Goodbye. My goodness, this is so, and I have no political thing. I was just a truth seeker. Whether now there's the Western world or someone against Islam and the Muslims, yes, I would say no, don't attack any one or conspire or anything. Don't kill the Muslims. Don't hurt them, don't harm them at all. But would it matter if I said this? Would it make a difference to them? I wish I could stop them by force if I had to. If there's a conspiracy or an agenda or a corporate organization doing this or a project or whatever. I heard project from this Zahra, another in America, from listening to Dr. David Wood and Robert Spencer, Mr. Robert Spencer. Okay, so this and no, we don't want any killings or anything. But will they listen? However, my truth seeking is going on here to defend my Shias, the Muslims, from these just these power hungry or whatever reason they are doing this, making Muslims into terrorists. And okay, so please don't. But the thing is that my truth is that this is this doesn't help at all. Islam. Now I found the truth. You see, the imamat has failed. Imam Mahdi, as we've been saying such bad things now against Imam Mahdi being to come and help us save his great grandfather's religion, come out of the occultation. He's not coming. But will he come? Because, Imam Mahdi, I read this in some book of mine, Shia book sources, that he tells his uncle, get aside, I've come. Now, the uncle wanted to be, the progeny of Prophet Muhammad's fighting amongst themselves like he was rude. This little boy comes back for his father's funeral. He disappears and then he comes back for a while to say the prayers for his father's funeral. So he is the imam. Until then, the uncle Shia Imam, he's made himself the Imam. And he wants to pray for his uncle, brother, or Imam Hassan Askari had another brother, or God knows. And so Imam Mahdi appears as a little boy and says, "Get aside, uncle. I need to. I've come like this way." So I felt that was quite rude of Imam Mahdi to do that when I was reading it. I was doing my research long time ago in Karachi, and then I found from my memory was refreshed by Imam Tawhidi. You're on YouTube reading that account from the book. And he had uploaded this video on YouTube. So I don't know, but here it doesn't seem to me. Now I can see some things. So if you go through what the Sunni sources are and how they gathered these sources that Rasulullah really attacked the Jews and how he defeated them and took their women captives and married them. And you take then at that time what it means to have temporary marriages or marriage with the captive women, and then it's kind of it doesn't make sense. It's sick, disgusting. Even if this prophet was a true prophet. So he's made brotherhood. I remember there was this thing he made Abu Bakr with Umar and Ali with himself and a brotherhood. I don't know what's it called in. So companions, but he couldn't make his the women females his sisterhood. And then you could, like the Hindus have this Rakhi Bandhan where you can make someone else's, like a na-mahram, what do you call it, someone else's sister your sister. I mean, she's not your blood sister, but you can make her your sister. And give her shelter and all this, and protection and safety. But no, we are told in Surah Azab, even the adopted son shouldn't be taken as a blood, natural, biological son. So things like that made me want to do more research on my own. And I stumbled on this thing. On these verses on the Bedouin. And it suddenly started to tell me that Prophet Muhammad was unfair with these Bedouins too. And he's even prophesied so much. Just because they didn't go, can you see that? Okay, this was not this was protecting the Muslims and maybe from the Makkan, if they ever give a fight to Rasulullah. Although I thought Abu Sufyan said, no, you can come. Abu Sufyan allowed Prophet Muhammad, I think, He was there in Makkah, the idol worshipper, leader of the Quraysh. So what happened? Perhaps if there was a chance of their, not standing by their word, so then there would have been a war between the Muslims and the Meccan idol worshippers. And they would have been killed or something like this, and these Bedouins were scared. So they did not accompany the Holy Prophet. So I have to read between the lines here. And if you can see this double, so much like here, Shias, you're failing. So I don't mean now that the Sunnis, the religion has just gone, fallen apart, completely gone. But the tough part is to show the Shias. The toughest part is this, to show the Shias this. Sunnis have been defeated. Islam is gone. Sunni Islam is gone for me. The tough part is the Shia religion, Shia Islam. So do you Shia see what I'm seeing and what I'm trying to show you here? Surely those who swear allegiance know. So punishment for the what if Prophet Muhammad went into Makkah, punished those polytheists, women and men, when going back to Makkah? He's done that in the Sunni sources tell us, Sirat or Qurtubi, or the names I've been hearing who have written the these life story of Prophet Muhammad. Who else? Tabari. Oh my God! So from where this what Prophet Muhammad did to the Jews, Abu Bani Qurayza tribe. Okay, so that I haven't read, but I've heard from on YouTube from Khalib Kamal and Zafar Heretic now, from David Wood, but or maybe not. I can't say. So do you see this Hajj Kaaba punishment? First, look at this. That Allah may forgive your community, the past false, and those to follow, those to follow too. Where forgiveness? Either they turn out to be hypocrites or not true believers, because the true Allah may forgive your community, it just gets better and better. I can see through this false facade. That Allah may forgive your community, their past faults and those to follow. Or maybe those Muslims who will come later. This is how the Shias will try. Okay, Shias will try to explain that and to follow and complete His favor to you and keep you on the right path. 1400 years have gone. True Muslims will not make false or sin. True Muslims don't commit sins. The issue of sinning and forgiveness has been thoroughly discussed, and there is nothing to add here to reject the preposterous idea of attributing sinning to the Holy Prophet. No, here, of course, the commentary section I'm reading. One school of thought follows the philosophy of companions, among whom the Shaykhain, the first and the second caliph, Abu Sufyan and his son Muawiyah, were very active in giving currency to the theory of Muhammad was a man like unto us, which created so much confusion about the personality of the please, yeah, Shias. I can read this, but I don't want to right now, and Allah might help you with the mighty help. It is who sent down tranquility into the hearts of the believers, that they might have more of faith added to their faith. And we are told hardly anyone, only Imam Ali. See, Ali, that enjoyed love of Ali. The love of Ali was enjoined. Ali, Ali, Ali. Only Ali. Mostly Abu Dhar and Salman Farsi. Few were really true believers who had their faith added onto their faith. For to Allah belong the forces of the heavens and the earth, and Allah is full of knowledge and wisdom. I mean, this is according to the Shia sources. Of verse 5, that he may cause the believing men and the believing women to enter gardens beneath which rivers flow to abide therein, and remove from them their evil, and that is a grand achievement with Allah. Okay, so verse 6, and that he may punish the hypocritical men and the hypocritical women. God, I hope, yeah, see commentary for verse 5. Verse 5. The wrath of Allah will answer. So yes, Allah will punish them. This will be removed because the facility of pardon, forgiveness and protection is not available to deserters, deviators, doubters, even doubters. If you doubt, you are in sin. You are gone gaze. So I was doubting. And hypocrites, as made clear in verse 6. The wrath of Allah will encircle the doubters. Even for doubting, it is a sin. The sins of those to whom tranquility is sent down will be removed. But the doubters also are included here. The facility of pardon, forgiveness and protection. We won't even get protection if we were there. Is not available to deserters, deviators, doubters, and hypocrites, as made clear in verse 6. What is verse 6? The wrath of Allah will encircle the doubters. There is no greater evil than to throw doubt. There is no greater evil than to throw doubt upon Allah and His Prophet. That's it. I'm gone. I'm executed. If a Jafri sect Shia complains against me, they will bring me and call me and execute me. Doubting is a disease which takes roots. Oh my goodness. This is complete gone. You can't even doubt. See, there is no greater evil than to throw doubt. Throw doubt upon Allah and His Prophet. No greater evil. That's it. We are gone. When I was doubting the Prophet, from Surah Azab, when I was a Shia, no greater evil. This is the height of fear. I mean, this is causing so much fear in us that we are forced not to even doubt. This is human psychology. We'll be forced. Like, we'll have to just either keep quiet, be so afraid that we can't even Maulana Sahib, Allama, Assalamu alaikum, I'm doubting my Prophet. Oh, no greater. If a Maulana, our Marja reads, he knows about this, he can execute me here in Dubai. There's so much. And that, okay, so I was reading this commentary here. Oh my God. There's no greater evil. Shia commentary. Doubting is a disease which takes root when there is no sakina, tranquility in the heart. Yeah, so sakina, Safiya bint Hawaii. No, okay. So, did all you believers, Shias, have found inside? Yes, you have found sakina in your hearts, tranquility. Okay, peace. And so, verse 6, let's see. And that he may punish the hypocritical men and the hypocritical women, and the polytheistic men and the polytheistic women, polytheistic, the entertainers of evil thoughts about Allah. On them is the evil turn, and Allah is wroth with them and has cursed them and prepared hell for them, and evil is the resort. And Allah's are the hosts of the heavens. 7, I will just, let me see the commentary. I'll skip the 7th verse here. I'm building up to show you how. Now you should, by now, Shias will just be trembling and close this when even the moment. No doubt. This is it. Goodbye, Shias who have been so scared to even doubt. 8. Surely we have no, this also. The Holy. Oh. I feel so disgusted. The Holy Prophet is only a testifier of Allah's unity. Yeah, this is what, they were saying. As Shias, we knew that he wanted to bring all the Jews and Christians and the idol worshippers of that time and under one umbrella, unity. The Holy Prophet is only a testifier of Allah's unity and His supreme authority over the universe, but also a witness to the acceptance or rejection of the message He has brought from Him. He gives glad tidings of Allah's grace and mercy to those who believe in Him, submit to His will and obey His commands, and warns sinners, hypocrites, disbelievers, and doubters of the consequences of their evil. This was a commentary I read. Now let me see if I can read. Is it important for this? Celebrate His praises morning and evening. No, this I already, this is what I was looking for. I found it thanks to Rob Christian, but it does not go against Shia Islam. It goes for Shia Islam. This verse, that you may believe in Allah and His Messenger, and may aid Him and revere Him, and that you may declare His glory morning and evening. Verse 9. Now we come to verse 10. Surely those who swear allegiance to you do but swear allegiance to Allah. The hand of Allah is above their hands. Therefore, whoever breaks his faith, he breaks it only to the injury of his own soul. And whoever fulfills what he has covenanted with Allah, He will grant him a mighty reward. So that's like Rasulullah, when he's harsh, when he kills and all this, or asks his companions to kill, he's doing a great favor to the doubters also. Allow him to enter city, possible confrontation. Allah's pleasure. Called Beit al-Rizwan. So this is commentary I'm reading, 11, verse 11. Those of the dwellers of the desert who were left behind will say to you, our property and our families kept us busy. So I've already done this, right? So in my previous video, so they just said ask forgiveness, but here we are told their tongues say what their hearts do not mean. Their tongues, they say with their tongues what is not in their hearts. They said ask forgiveness for us. They say, let me see if I can really show you what I'm seeing now in this messenger and by these Quran ayats. If I can't explain it now and I'm a bit tired, I will do it again, try to come back. Nay, you rather thought that the messenger and the believers would not return to their families ever, and that was made fair seeming to your hearts. And you thought an evil thought, and you were a people doomed to perish. Verse 12. Did I say word? Verse 13. And whoever does not believe in Allah and His Messenger, then surely we have prepared burning fire for the unbelievers. This is really scaring us too. I mean, shouldn't we have the right to contemplate and reflect? And maybe we would be told that this is like one of the last ayats. Yes, going back to Makkah, conquering Makkah. So now, and if any believe not in Allah and His Messenger, we have prepared for those who reject Allah a blazing fire. And there's no leaving Islam. And Allah's is the kingdom of the heavens and earth. Those who are 15, evil must inevitably have its punishment. And there is one we have escaped through repentance. But the mercy of Allah may bring pardon, or the justice of Allah may inflict penalty. It depends upon the independent decision of the Lord. I wonder if anyone is articulate to explain this and courageous and not afraid of these threats and doesn't and doubts the Prophet's veracity and about his prophethood. Please do. 15, help me. Verse 15, those who are left behind will say, when you set forth for the gaining of acquisitions, allow us that we may follow you. They desire to change the word of Allah. So, Imam Raza had come in my dream and he said, you know who I am? I can change the word of Allah in the Quran. So my father took this, oh my God, no, that was not Imam Raza, don't say this. Because my father knew what see, it is said about these hypocrites and those who did not help Prophet Muhammad. You know who I am? I can change the word of the Quran. 7th Imam of the Shia Isna Ashari. Wait, verse 15. Those who are left behind will say, when you set forth for the gaining of acquisitions, they never said this. Allow us that you may follow that we may follow you. They desire to change the word of Allah. Say, by no means shall you follow us. Thus did Allah say before. What word of Allah? But they will say, nay, you are jealous of us. Now the jealousy. Nay, they do not understand but a little. Soon after his return, commentary. Soon after his return from Hudaybiyah, the Holy Prophet decided to proceed against the Jews of Khaybar. Soon after his return from Hudaybiyah, the Holy Prophet decided to proceed against the Jews of Khaybar, and declared that he would take with him only those who had accompanied him to Hudaybiyah, because those who stayed behind at the time of going on that journey and now desired to be there when booty could be available were debarred from joining the jihad. Jihad is not for personal gain or booty. Jihad is striving hard in war and peace in the cause of Allah. Jihad is not for personal gain or booty. But then why are they promised all this personal gain and beauty? Booty? Sorry, what am I saying? Okay, verse 16. It is said here that those who strayed behind at the time of journey to Hudaybiyah, where there was danger and no prospect of booty, would soon be summoned to fight against ferocious fighters. You know what happened? What could have happened? What may have happened is that Khaybar, they were forced to fight the Jews. Some commentators say that the people of mighty prowess, this is Aka Mehdi Puya says. Some commentators say that the people of mighty prowess, quotation marks, refers to the Romans or Persians against whom the Muslims fought after the Holy Prophet. But the prefix sin in Satuduna indicates near future, and also if you turn back as you have done before, refers to reversal and desertion, which took place in Tabuk, Mutta, and Hunain in the lifetime of the Holy Prophet. So if you even doubt the Holy Prophet, you are in deep trouble. The greatest evil you have done. 17, verse 17. There is no harm in the blind. Enter the garden. Who returns back, he will punish him with a painful punishment. And whoever, painful. So, call to jihad, get the spiritual rewards of the hereafter, and those who turn back, desert, and abandon the Holy Prophet will be punished. See commentary of Bharat, Surah Bharat, verse 25 to 27 to know about the deserters. Verse 18. Oh my God, how this man, that's why I was wondering how so much Rasulullah is, so much army gathering so many people. Slowly, great evil, great. And you will be, you who don't want, who say, no, right now we don't want, we're scared. We're not scared, but you know what I mean? They were scared and all, but they were saying, please find forgiveness for us. So what was the sentence I wanted to complete? Statement that these people will be punished and God knows, I forgot. Certainly Allah was well pleased with the believers when they swore allegiance to you under the tree, and He knew what was in their hearts, so He sent down tranquility on them and rewarded them with the near victory. Okay, this tranquility you cannot help, it must come from Allah. 10 verse 19. So did I read pleasure was under sent down? Just a verse mentioned believers among those who swore allegiance to at Hudaybiyah under the tree. Okay. Khaybar. Believers are promised tranquility and victory in near future at Khaybar, and many acquisitions which they will take, and Allah is mighty wise. Verse 19. Verse 20 also. Allah promised you many acquisitions which you will take. This I've already. Again, can I assign for the believers is the valor of Ali. He demonstrated in the battle of Khaybar. Okay. So Ali was the one who defeated the Jews in Khaybar. So, while the Holy Prophet was at Khaybar, an attempt at his life was made by a Jewish daughter of Harith, who dressed a lamb, poisoned it with the deadly poison, and sent it as a gift when the evening repast was being served to him. As soon as the Holy Prophet took a bite of the meat, he knew at once that it was poison, so he spat it forth. Bishr bin Bara, in the meantime, swallowed some of it and at once fell down and died, without even stirring his limbs. The poison was so deadly that, though it only touched the Holy Prophet's tongue, it slowly spread to his neck. During his sickness, before his departure from this world, when the mother of Bishr came to see him, he told her that the same poison which killed her son was now killing him. Thus the death of the Holy Prophet occurred as a martyr. So some say the Jewish lady poisoned him and he died. 21, verse 21. I just read the commentary, now I'm reading the verse 21. And others which you have not yet been able to achieve, Allah has surely encompassed them. This is for the future. And Allah has power over all things. I think gains, right? And others which you have not yet been able to achieve. And other gains, yes. So Yusuf Ali, thank you. And other gains there are which are not within your power, but which Allah has compassed. And Allah has power over all things. Other gains refers to the prevalence. Commentary started. Reading other gains refers to the prevalence of Islam as a moral and spiritual influence in the human society till the end of this world in all ages, God forbid. If it is restricted to immediate future, then the battle of Hunain, Tabuk, and other advantages the Muslims obtained by steadily reducing the sphere of influence of the disbelievers under the leadership of the Holy Prophet should be construed. And if those who disbelieve fight with you, they would certainly turn their backs. Then they would not find any protector or helper. Verse 22. I don't know how this, you don't know? He's scaring people, burning people, God knows what. How he could gain such an army to do zulm on the Jews and others, idol worshippers and all. With you no knowledge. And maybe the devil was with them really. There are believing men and women in Makkah observing taqiyya, not known to their brethren from Medina. Had a fight taken place in Makkah, they would. This is a commentary I'm reading under verse 25. They are the ones who denied revelation and hindered you from the sacred mosque, and the sacrificial animals detained from reaching their place of sacrifice. Even if now the Shias execute me, I don't think I can believe in this prophet. I'm not even coming in the hands of the Shias. When those who disbelieve harbored their heart, this man was a terrible man. Outrageous. Religion of truth. 28, verse 28. It is he who has sent his messenger with guidance and the religion of truth to proclaim it over all religion, and enough is Allah for a witness. Imam Mahdi al-Kamil, last of the 12 Imams, will appear to establish the rule of Muhammad is the messenger of Allah and those with him are firm. No, you cannot scare me like this. It is he who has sent his messenger with guidance. This is, and the devil is a witness to this messenger. Devilish works he's done. He is the devil telling other people we are the devil. This is what I'm trying to show you. I would I cannot. He has done so much zulm on people. I mean, who do you scare and, tell them to, if you are not of Allah and Rasulullah, you are an evil person, you are polytheist. Shirk is all around. Subtle shirks. You cannot even doubt this prophet. It's the greatest sin to doubt this prophet. This means execution for the doubters even. Forget the apostates. According to all this, execution, death penalty. So I still feel I cannot convince you to see what I'm seeing, but you would be so scared to even doubt Prophet Muhammad. Right? I have seen it now, read it from my own as a Shia, former Shia. So I have to rest. Sorry, I may not have been able to convey properly. Again, I'll make another video. Slowly I'll be able to convey properly the truth against this false prophet, devil.